All right, Burger King, one Whopper with cheese, no onion. It is $9.44 for just the burger. That's not even the meal. Stop buying this overpriced shit, or you're always gonna be poor.
The reason restaurants are struggling is because they're expensive and people don't have money.
Can't even believe this.
$10 Jimmy John's sandwich.
No way.
Restaurants are way too expensive in 2025, and people are finally starting to notice. Walk into any fast food joint, cafe, or casual restaurant these days, and the prices will make your jaw drop. Burgers, fries, even a cup of coffee, everything is creeping higher while the portions stay the same. And it's not just inflation anymore. The real culprit: corporate greed. Chains are padding their profit, and now they're using addictive gimmicks to keep you hooked. Take McDonald's Monopoly, for example, combining a classic gambling-style game with an already addictive food product, making you spend more just to chase the prize. Are you kidding me? The result: empty dining rooms, frustrated customers, and a growing realization that eating out isn't the deal it used to be. In this video, we're breaking down why restaurants are getting so expensive, how corporate tactics are keeping you paying more, and what it really means for your wallet. If you've been thinking twice recently about going out to eat, this video will explain why, and it might just make you rethink your next meal. Now, let me know about some of the craziest food prices you've seen down in the comments section below. Otherwise, let's get right into today's episode.
All right, Burger King, one Whopper with cheese, no onion. What is it going for where you guys are right here? It is $9.44 for just the burger. That's not even the meal. You think this is a $10 burger? Does this look like a $10 burger? Nah, that looks like a $6 burger at best. All right, stop buying this overpriced shit, or you're always gonna be poor.
You sure are.
Okay? Stop buying this shit.
The irony is he says it and he was the one that bought it. And the crazy part is I looked at the receipt and I saw the sales tax, because guess what? For most states, and this goes either way, but for lots of states, Florida and even New York, groceries aren't taxed. Fast food is. He's paying sales tax, 8.625% on that food, when if he went to the grocery store, there'd be no tax. Now, that is state by state. Certain states do charge sales tax, so it is a bit different depending on where you go. But we got lots to talk about in today's episode. For starters, I am so happy people are finally starting to wake up to the corporate greed that is going on with these fast food chains. It is insane. And we're going to talk more on that subject, not only later on in today's video, but later on this week and possibly next week, because we have lots of episodes to discuss what is going on right now. But can we just look at that burger? Who in the right mind would pay $9.44 for a burger that looks like it was cafeteria food? And it wasn't even a full meal for $10. It was just a burger. Looks like cafeteria food, which is essentially like prison food, and we're paying nearly top dollar for it. It is incredible. Unfortunately, not enough people are waking up to the insanity, because there's still lines out the door at Chick-fil-A, and people are still door dashing more than ever before. Anywho, I wanted to read a comment that somebody had left on a previous episode on the channel, why the cost of living in 2025 is a complete disaster. I made it a couple months ago. If you haven't seen that video, highly recommend you check it out. And if you want to get featured possibly in the next episode, then definitely make sure to drop a comment. Oh, and also, before I forget, we had spoken about possibly opening up a P.O. box for the channel for you guys to send your questions that I could read and then share them here. And a lot of you guys are calling it snail mail. And I also thought about, a lot of you guys aren't from, the United States, so it might be a lot harder or take a lot longer to send mail out of the country. Crazy. So what I decided to do, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. Yeah, it's 2025. I decided to open up memberships on the YouTube channel, which is super cool. And essentially what it costs to send a letter to my P.O. box, if you wanted to do that, is like 80 cents, 78 cents to buy a postage stamp in the US. Probably more if you're out of the country. So I set it as low as I possibly could, 99 cents, for me to be able to read questions that you guys find most important. I may change that later on. We're testing it out, because that's like one comment essentially each time. If you guys are going to bombard me with 100 comments, I'm going to have to figure out something else, possibly raise the price. I don't know. And I also have a second tier if you wanted everyone to see it, to get featured on here with discretion. I made a second tier for that too. So definitely make sure to check it out. It's just click join, and that's all you have to do. Otherwise, moving on forward here, you Americans have the biggest houses, drive huge cars, live like princes, but claim you have no money. Do you eat a ton of the most expensive, unhealthiest fast food every few hours until you're almost bursting instead of just cooking something healthy and inexpensive yourself that will keep you full for 6 hours? Why not? We have a cheap old small car, a cheap old apartment, never owe a single cent, not 2 jobs, not 3 jobs, but 1 job. No Hollywood smiles, no $200 nails, no streaming subscriptions, small income, and enough money to save a little. Our dinner today costs the equivalent of about $2 for the whole family. Poor people's food, but we're healthy and happy. So this is crazy because I didn't realize how wide of an audience we're getting here on the channel. Oh, and also I was reading some of the comments, and some of you guys didn't even realize that you weren't subscribed to the channel. So just go ahead and check down below and make sure that you're subscribed, because more than likely you probably aren't. Some people just forget. Some people don't even realize that's a thing. So it just takes a quick second to tap it down below. But what's interesting here is so many people out of the country view Americans in such a different light than when we're living in it. And honestly, it's great to hear these comments because it allows us to take a step back and realize what exactly is going on within our country. And it's insane. Hyper consumerism is running rampant. And the convenience of focusing on how to make somebody a consumer is incredible. That's the main focus of corporate greed, of our society, is to make the best consumers. No longer is it about making the best employee or the best worker. We're going to talk about that probably in another episode because that is a crazy topic. But essentially, there are so many ways to cut back. We shouldn't be eating this junky fast food. It's not healthy to begin with here. But what they do is they put all these highly addictive additives to it to make it as great as it possibly can be to get you hooked on it, like sugar. None of this stuff needs additional sugar in it in a burger, but they do. Salt, fat, sugar makes the world go round. And they do it to a point where it gets people hooked, and then they can get away with charging outrageous prices because people will still pay for it. Oh my gosh. So for those that don't know, McDonald's just re-released its Monopoly game, their McDonald's Monopoly, which essentially is if you get certain pieces, boardwalk, blah, 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 and you match them, you can win prizes. I was thinking deeper into this subject, and I mentioned it in the intro of today's episode. How crazy is it that these corporations created a product that is so highly addicting, like Crumble Cookies, which is private, but like McDonald's, like I said, it has tons of salt in it, crazy amounts of salt, sodium, crazy amounts of sugar added to the food, and then tons of fat. So they already have an extremely highly processed and addicting product. And then they take something that also lots of people struggle with, which is gambling, which is the lottery, which is scratch-offs. It's an addiction, and they're going to combine it all into one. Then target it to like adults and children. Watch the McMillions documentary. It's about the McDonald's monopoly and the fraud cheating that was involved for a while. Very interesting. Didn't even know there was a documentary on it, but I'm sure all of these giveaways are rigged for the most part, especially when corporate has their hands on it. The odds are you probably have better odds winning the state lottery than you do winning McDonald's lottery. This is how the rich stay rich and the poor get poorer. I honestly think that is what they're doing. And then the guy goes, the creator that has been spending hundreds of dollars on the fast food says, I actually have $4 in my bank right now. Believe it or not. $18 for a 6 chicken finger combo. The Caniac Raising Cane's. Gotta pause it. 6 chicken fingers. 6 chicken fingers. 2 cane sauces. Like, why are we even having to include, like, we're limiting the sauce amount. That's how stingy this corporate has become, that we're limiting how much sauce you're allowed to have. Crinkle cut fries, toast, which was terrible toast. I tried it one time to see what the hype was about. It was nothing special. It was soggy, toasted bread. Coleslaw and a fountain drink that cost 10 cents. $18. You know what you could do for $18, guys? That's one meal that would fill you up for just dinner if you're lucky. and you're going to spend nearly $20 on it. I don't even know if Raising Cane's is corporate yet, but I mean, there's definitely that you can tell when these companies get bought out and go from privatized to corporate because it's so obvious the changes that they make, which we'll talk about in another video. Costco, $4.99 the whole chicken. This has got to be, I just bought one and I think it was a little more than $5, although it still could be, but I thought it was like $6. Regardless, still super cheap. And the fact that people justify that it's cheaper, no, it's not. At this point, we should all be able to agree that fast food is not cheaper in any way, shape, or form. Is it more convenient? Possibly. But I've been to several different places when my friends want to go out for fast food. And we've had to sit in the parking lot after through the fast food driveway and wait for the food. So essentially, you're paying more and it takes just as long than had I have just ran to the store, grabbed something, came home, and cooked it or popped it in the microwave or the oven. So essentially, you're just getting robbed.
At the Subway.
$20 footlong?
Footlong sandwich, the beast.
The beast.
$12 for the half foot, and ain't right.
It's going to be crazy telling my future kids that back in my day, there used to be a $5 footlong, and now it's $47. We're already at nearly $20 for a footlong that they call the beast, which is a little spooky. But I don't see how any way, shape, or form you can get away with charging $20 for a sandwich. I would go to a mom and pop deli, an Italian deli, and get prosciutto, mozzarella, and the nines, arugula, balsamic vinaigrette. That costs $20. Chicken cutlet, not Subway. What do they need $20 for?
The reason restaurants are struggling is because they're expensive and people don't have money.
Pretty much.
But there is a more specific thing happening. It's not that nobody has money. I mean, there are rich people. The problem is that rich people can only be in one place at a time. They only eat dinner once a night.
Yes.
I mean, if 10 people have $100,000, that's going to be 10 dinners. But if one person has $1 million, that's going to be one dinner. They might spend a little bit more, but it's going to be at one place. My point is that when money gets concentrated at the top, you end up with less customers. And a healthy economy doesn't just need money, it needs volume. The money has to circulate for the economy to grow. I mean, the stock market just hit an all-time high. But if you're watching this, you probably don't feel rich because 90% of stocks are owned by 10% of people. Meaning that when the market goes up, you don't end up with more people going to restaurants. You end up with less because all of that money is just sitting in stocks. It's not circulating. Think about Floyd Mayweather. He's always posting videos of him buying dumb stuff, clothes and watches. But I mean, compare Floyd Mayweather to Elon Musk. Elon Musk wears clothes that he got for free. He sleeps in his office. Floyd Mayweather, for all of his faults, at least his money is circulating back into the economy. Elon Musk's money is just sitting in Tesla stock. It's not helping anybody. I mean, think about when working people get unexpected money and a stimulus check or a bonus. The question they ask each other is, what are you going to spend yours on?
Yeah, that's not good.
Because that's what working people do. When rich people get...
No. That's not... Let's settle something here because he has a lot of very skewed points and he's really trying to make this work in his favor. That's not what working people do. That's what consumers do. That's how consumers think. And that's how the poor stay poor and the broke stay broke. Because if every time you get money, your immediate thought is to spend it all, you will never get ahead. Rich people, some. Now, we're not going to generalize here, but I don't know how you want to word it. When I make more money, I don't think about what I'm going to blow it all on. I pay myself first. I invest it into index funds. I save it. And then maybe if I want to treat myself, I would. So I don't fully agree with a lot of what he's saying. It's more of we're doing the correct, more disciplined thing. I'm actually putting thought into my purchases and my spending when I get my income versus just living like a major consumer and blowing it all. And that seems to be what the main reason most people don't have a lot of money is they spend it all.
Expected money, they just pile it on top of the money they already have. I mean, rich people are always lecturing everybody else about buying lattes.
What?
But the economy is lattes. That's what everything is. The reason you're rich is because of lattes. If we stop buying, then this whole thing collapses.
It's such a skewed thought process. I get it. I mean, 100%, there are some crazy billionaires out there that hoard their wealth. I agree. We're not going to generalize billionaires that they're all bad or millionaires that they're all bad. I think money almost intensifies behaviors you already have. If you're already an upset, sad person and you come to money, you're probably going to be more upset and more sad. If you're a happy, philanthropic, giving person, selfless, and you get more money, I think you're going to be a happier, more giving person, essentially. There's plenty of people that are wealthy, that donate to charities, that give their money away, that do a lot of good. So it's definitely, we're skewed here. Let's read some of the comments. It's almost like capitalism doesn't work. See, I disagree. I think capitalism is great. I don't think we just need capitalism. I think we need some sort of hybrid version, maybe a little socialism, Marxism mixed into it. Hybrid version. But capitalism creates creativity. It promotes and rewards and incentivizes creativity. Other economic systems don't do that. So again, we're not going to go fully in depth into this because I'm working on another video for later this week where we will go really in depth. So save your comments for that. But even then, wealth hoarding is a crime against humanity. Essentially, yes. When you are hoarding all your wealth, it essentially is not going to be put back into the economy, and that's a problem. Now, remember, lots of children that inherit parents' wealth and fortunes, if they have a consumer style, which is very common, that generation after generation gets more and more and more consumeristic, they tend to blow it all. They can spend it all. And also, another issue is people that built their wealth, that got, millions of dollars, essentially got it from hoarding their money, from saving it. That's how you would even get to that point, which people look up to, unless you guys are anti people having any sort of savings, because that's what you're doing. If I save $100,000, I'm considered hoarding it. It's those habits that people bring with them into their retirement, and they don't know any better. They don't know what else to do. It's like a problem. They literally don't know how to spend money because they're so afraid, and they have such an anxiety that they're going to run out of it. So we could play the devil's advocate here. There's definitely pros and cons to all of it. A good economy has a healthy middle class. I agree. Housing prices killed disposable income. They definitely had a major role in that. The food is not good enough for the price. 100%. 100%. Finally, someone said it. Restaurants are unreasonably expensive. You're even forced to pay tips. That is true. I'd rather buy takeaway and eat at home. I do that a lot. I've essentially stopped eating out for the most part. Maybe if it's by force, I'm with my friends and I'm not the one driving, then I would go and join them. But for the most part, I don't selectively choose to do that unless I have a gift card.
This is getting serious. These fast food chains must just be shaking in their boots right now. So this pops up today and says White Castle has slashed prices on their burgers. We're talking 80 cents a burger. They haven't had those prices since 2011.
Wow.
You know it's bad when the king of the jungle, McDonald's, is freaking out. But I really wanted to show you guys this data, okay? This is wild. This is how bad fast food wants you back. So you've got the Taco Bell Cravings box, okay? It's $7 right now. It's $15.65 a la carte. So it has the best savings at 55%. Then you got good old Wendy's. Now, Wendy's has been true. They've had the $5 biggie bag for a while. They were smart. So you got the $5 biggie bag, right? It's worth $10.75. You're saving 53%. Then here comes big old bully McDonald's. Now they got their little $5 meal, right? Kind of a little rip off of Wendy's, 4 nuggets a burger. So
it's not terrible.
There's this $5. $9.96 is what you would have paid, okay? Kind of cheap. So you're saving 50%. Then here comes Pizza Hut, right? Pizza Hut's like, yo, we're still in the game. $6.99 Hut Box, $12.29 a la carte. You're saving 43%. Now, this was surprising. Burger King's doing the same deal as McDonald's and Wendy's, but you're only saving 42%. KFC tried. They tried so hard.
Part of me believes that even though prices essentially are coming down, the fact that they can even do that tells me that they were padding their profits to the max in the years prior just to see how much they can milk out of their customer base. And then second, if that's not the case, which we know it is, what they're also probably doing, they're probably cutting it somehow. I can just imagine. Somehow they are swapping something out of it to get more of it. Like, I promise you, they are not lowering prices for our best interest. This is 100% still in their best interest. In my mind, it's like they're probably cutting the meat with something, or the burgers. They're putting more artificial stuff in it. That's just me. I can't prove it. It's a theory, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think that people are not eating out because during the lockdown, they learned how to cook and realized that it tastes better when you make it yourself. Restaurants use frozen foods and pre-made sides from a hot well, then charge you 2 or 3 times what you would spend at the grocery store. Then the whole tipping thing. I'm going to be making a video on deceptive marketing, and I'm going to spoil it just a tiny bit right now. I found out that like 3/4 of the restaurants in the entire country here get their food wholesale from the same place, and then they just reheat it like frozen or something like that. So essentially, no matter where you go, even the mom and pop stores are legit cooking you the same garbage. It's barely ever homemade, and it's barely ever fresh, and it all comes from the same place, which is insane. It's insane to think. But I agree and I disagree. I was just in Indianapolis over the weekend, and I ate at a local diner, and yeah, the food probably did come from that same place, but the cost was way cheaper than what I'm used to here in Florida. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to leave this place. Just so it's definitely goes state by state, because there are lots more affordable places that are still, $10, $12 for a meal. Versus, Florida and some other places, New York, they're way higher, 17, 18, plus tax, plus tip. It's crazy. So I don't know how much I agree to this. You guys can, feel free to comment on this, chime in down in the comment section below. I think that's probably when it started, when I stopped going out to eat, though. Probably right after COVID or the pandemic probably right after the lockdown did I stop eating out as much or at all now. Essentially, because prices just got insane. The only thing I really do every now and then is I get buy one, get ones from Uber, which is a cool concept, Uber Eats. What I think they do is Uber Eats actually pays the difference to kind of get people to come to their platform. So it's not actually the restaurant that's losing money. You pay Uber half of it, and then Uber adds their half and pays the restaurant. Because what I've seen, and it's genius. I actually think it's an incredible idea. And we're seeing it on TikTok, TikTok Shop. We're seeing it on tons of other places, Uber Rides and stuff like that. When they offer discounts, it's the middleman that is offering it, not so much the merchant, because I've seen the receipts and it might come out to $40 and I only paid $20 on the app.
This is why motherfuckers don't go to fucking McDonald's.
$13.99 for a Big Mac. It's $15 for quarter pounder.
This was $3.40. $3.40. $3.19 before tax. $3.40 after tax.
That's the thing. People complain, but they're too addicted to it that they won't do anything about it. They'll still go. She'll probably complain, and then she'll go get it tomorrow. That's the problem here. We have to stop paying it. As this comment says, stop paying these prices. These greedy corporations will never lower their prices if we keep complying. It's hard, though, because they make it the most addicting possible foods out there by putting tons of highly addictive ingredients. MSG, which is in Chick-fil-A. The lines through Chick-fil-A are insane. People complain about the prices, but then they go back.
So you're telling me back in 2008, the Chipotle prices was this cheap?
$5.
You're telling me you're spending less than $10 for your meal. Now, I have to spend at least $20. This is insane.
I mean, yeah, it's inflation, but It's also corporate greed. Has a lot to do with it. Eating out is for the upper middle class now. Went out to eat with my wife and another couple to a local Mexican restaurant. So 4 people, $80 bill for 2 entrees and 2 margaritas. But $80 is a lot for 4 people, especially when they split 2 entrees. That's kind of how we're getting to now. It's like one person orders an entree and the other orders an app, or we split the entree. That's what I have to do with my fiance now. We don't get 2 entrees each. It's just not cost effective.
If inflation keeps going up, I'm just gonna be at Chili's all the fucking time. This is good value. For the broke boys, the Chili's might be the hack. The only thing I can afford now. This is a fat burger for $10. Burger,
$10?
Chips. $10.
And chips?
McDonald's charges $12 for a combo now, and the burger is half the size of this. Drink, a starter, and a burger with fries for $10. So this is where the broke boys come in.
Bro,
That's not bad.
I went to McDonald's because I wanted to play the freaking Monopoly game. I don't even be eating McDonald's like that. This is the one that was on my drink. What even is that? My quarter pounder don't even have one. And my fries only got this freaking scammer on it, probably running away with my money because there's no Monopoly thing on it. God!
Jeez. My little granddad Jim gave me $2 to cover our McDonald's breakfast, and I couldn't break it to him. An old lady gave me a nickel for mowing her yard. He probably thinks you're keeping his change from the $2. That got over 250,000 likes. Whole time he knew. He's just playing it off smooth because he can actually get away with it. That's unbelievable. Yeah, it's crazy because, $2 back in the day could probably feed both of you. This is more, like I said, it's definitely more than inflation. We're going to talk about it. In the 70s or 80s, companies realized it was more effective. They could make more money by making people into consumers, hyper consumers, instead of making them better employees.
I barely made it out the drive-thru before realizing, Egg McMuffins are $6.69 now.
Wow. Make it at home.
Like, McDonald's, be fucking for real. The same old dusty ass. Actually, this one kind of looks good. This one's warm.
Does look pretty good, though.
I'm not gonna shit
Not
on
for
them,
$6, though. Do you guys not use coupons?
Just a sandwich. $6.69. I said, just by curiosity, how much is a meal? She said $10. Somebody fucking tag McDonald's right now. Like, be fucking for real. This one hits, but like, be fucking for real. Thought I was doing like me a little $3 fucking breakfast. Like, where's the grits?
It's like a $2 bite.
Where's the fucking pancakes on the side for $6.69?
But people buy it anyway. I don't get it. Do you guys not use coupons? I don't think I've ever gone to a Subway, a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Burger King without bringing coupons. Granted, I haven't had any of that in several years, but if I did, and if I was, I would use coupons. I get them in the mail all the time. I don't think I'd be paying that price. It's simple. Cut out the luxuries and you'll find you have money. This is going to be interesting and probably going to piss a lot of people off. I consider a cold pop. I'm gathering this is a soda because I don't use cold pop. I don't use pop. Or pop of any kind is a luxury. No restaurants, no vacations, drive an older car, look up budget-friendly recipes, learn how to cook if you don't know how. If you can watch this video, you have the ability to look, watch, and learn from cooking videos. I agree. She is calling you guys out. No air conditioning unless it's over 85 degrees inside. In winter, turn the thermostat down to 65 during the day and 60 at night unless it's freezing temps. Then do 61, 62. Cut out all luxuries. Cable. Buy something like a Fire Stick and you'll find lots of apps for free, shows and movies. No new clothing unless old wears out and is unfixable. Shop thrift stores. If you do these things, you'll pay off a lot of debt and then have money for luxuries. I agree. It's not to say you can't enjoy your fast food or your luxuries. It's that you need to get into a position where you can then afford to do it. Like, there's a right way and a wrong way to be purchasing this stuff. And there's just too much confusion. People don't know. People don't want to live uncomfortable for just a little bit. Everyone seems to be entitled to think that they should deserve all of this stuff immediately just from living here. And I hate to break it to you, it's just not how it is, unfortunately. So you either got to get with the times or keep complaining, but nothing's going to happen. Not in our lifetime, at least.
Here's how much it costs my family afford to eat inside the Beast Castle at the Be Our Guest restaurant.
Oh,
That's right to drink. Burger got an apple juice as well.
Unsweetened iced tea.
They start us off with a huge baguette, olive oil and butter for it.
That looks delicious.
I got the blue crab bisque as my appetizer.
He's played with Slim.
Did she eat it already, that blue crab bisque? It looked like the end of it.
Parker got the cheese plate.
Appetizer. I got French onion soup.
It is so pretty in here. Got the filet over mashed potatoes with green beans.
I got the chicken strips, French fries, and
yeah, steak, French fries, and green beans.
I got beef short rib, rouge mignon, however it's said. I don't know, I'm not French.
Finished. It was so good.
this is how much I ate and I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna pick at this.
Parker's done. The creme brulee is hard.
What is this so doing?
Parker got the same.
I got the creme brulee.
How are your desserts?
I gather
that
that's
delicious.
good.
I forgot. How are your desserts? Good. So our total was $244.95 before tip, and then after tip, I left $46, which is 20%, and it was $300.95 for the four of us to eat at the Be Our Guest restaurant.
I can't even believe this.
Wait a second.
$24.95 before was $244.95 before tip, and then after tip I left $46, which is 20%, and it was $300.95 for the four of us to eat at the Be Our Guest restaurant.
$300 to eat at one time. Albeit it is a vacation, so I do understand. So they can kind of get away with it there. You know, when you're on vacation, it's it's assumed that you're going to pay a bit more if you want to treat yourself. Nothing wrong with that. But that wasn't too bad. That's crazy. You're paying for the atmosphere to see the characters around you.
I can't even believe this.
$10 Jimmy John's sandwich.
Never had Jimmy John's.
Oh, no way.
Bruh, what is that? $10?
No fucking way. Go get me my money back. There's no way.
Bro, they're just doing it right now.
Dylan.
Faces.
Just call into their corporate line.
Go call into their corporate
They're not
line.
gonna go give you your money back.
I'm appalled.
Appalled. That is sad.
I'm very upset about this.
That is sad. That's why we go to Jersey Mike's. That's a Little John. That's a Little John, and it's $4.99. For $10, you could shop 30 items on me. Oh my gosh, even AliExpress joined in. What's the point of having the boyfriend if he won't boyfriend? It's really crazy the world that we're getting in where everything is about personal branding and identity. And you even got like companies now commenting on TikToks. That's crazy.
Raising Cane's. What have you done? What is this? What is this? I didn't know we were eating Chicken Little. These are the chicken fingers.
That's a chicken nugget.
Now? These are like chicken toes. I feel like every time we go to Cane's, the tenders get smaller and smaller. Why is my fry the same size
Oh my gosh.
as the tender? That's not okay. Raising Cane's.
Look at the bread.
You need to do better.
Look at the little soggy bread he's got on the bottom left over there. I'll tell you what happened. They either went public or got bought out by some private equity, big corporation, and all hope is lost. No, we lost another one, boys. Anywho, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you for sticking around if you made it to the end. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, if you guys want to get featured on the channel, or if you want me to read and reply to some of your comments, then definitely make sure to join the channel down below. Otherwise, definitely make sure to check out How Life is Becoming Practically Unaffordable, that episode right after this. Peace.